PTSD. PTS, post-traumatic stress disorder, right? It's an umbrella of what is trauma and what will create a disorder of, it's like, what happens after the trauma, right? And what you do with it, right? And how you heal from it, grow through it, right? And it's a lot of inner work, a lot, I mean, tons, where you can decide the emotions from the trauma and understand it to comprehend it. Therefore, you actually understand how you are, what those emotions were during the trauma, and you learn to basically, that's the detoxing and cleansing of people, places, and things from around you. That causes, that were causes of the effect the trauma has on you. It has to be where you are stronger than the trauma that you went through. You are stronger than mm, the disorder, really, because the disorder really is you being out of order because of the trauma. So you really got to get yourself back together by way of building it from the trauma. It's really separating the emotion from the feeling and the feeling from the trauma. Therefore, you can understand the depths of the emotion to the feeling. Some people will show you exactly the reasons why you don't need them in life and the reasons why they want you in their life. It's a two-way street, and at the same time, it's a double-edged sword. Either one is always going to get cut off of something, either you being cut out of their life or being because you decide to stay. It's like it's all on the reasoning as to what is the trauma, because we've been traumatized since birth, really. Yeah, over and over again to the trauma that broke you, where you did have to pick up the pieces. You did have to pick up the pieces and put them in a luggage, or put them in your pocket, put them in every single part of you in order for you to hold yourself. That's you walking around the pieces together, you know. But those pieces are all parts of you. And those are the pieces that some people take away and it frays. That's the fraying pieces of energy. But at the same time, the triggers of what is the emotion behind the feeling that is the trauma. It's really breaking yourself into the detoxing and cleansing of the people, places, and things that trigger those emotions to the feelings to bring you back to the trauma. Those are the things that we don't understand because of the selfishness, the ego, the audacity, the studies. But at the same time, we were all here to learn from one another on how to be human to one another, especially to ourselves. So we often re-traumatize ourselves because of the fact that some people don't even understand what trauma is to even get the understanding of their trauma. Craziest of shit, everybody's suffering from something, yet the disorder of something is what keeps everybody out of order. Detoxing and cleansing is not just body healthy of unhealthy foods. It is of the mindset people that trigger you back into those emotions to feel that trauma all over again. It is the detoxing of the places that cause that action to cause the effect of that feeling and emotion to bring you back to that trauma again. It's a lot of cleansing, until that trauma feels like a whole lesson that you've learned and grown from. Therefore, you see it, you feel it, you know it, you can sense it, and you move away from it. Therefore, the lessons is learned, but the experience is going to happen over and over again because people are going to be people. They're going to try and test you every which way because they have been tried and tested too. They learned anything? No. A good amount of them live to be bullies. A good amount of them live to be abusers. A good amount of them live to be harassers for their lifetime. Yet they still have yet to even know what their trauma is and keep traumatizing themselves because of how many times they've been detoxed and cleansed motherfuckers' lives, yo. Craziest of shit. But again, it's an energy, it's an entity. We either accept it or we submit to it or we just walk away from it. So what actual trauma, but what you went through, experience. Yeah, we all experience something, but not all of us grasp that something to the point to learn to grow from it to know what the feelings are. Therefore, understanding emotions to balance them the fuck out. To myself, actually, that's what the live is for. If you run back, you can understand it wholly. But have a good day. Bye. Most I got you too.